been a couple weeks since I've been able to get in and change trail camera cards with the snow that came last week and this week. The snow's gotten too deep to be able to drive back in there. So luckily Jason had the tracks on his four-wheeler and we were able to get in there. He was going in to set snares. Things have definitely changed a lot over the past 2 weeks. Week ago, a lot of activity. This past week looks like activity dropped off, so I'll jump into that quick and kind of show you some video. Well, it's been 2 weeks since I've been out here. Haven't been able to get out here with the snow. This part of the cornfield, it's normally all tore up, is not. So I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't been down to the brassica plot down there, but I think this is telling me that the corn's all gone up here. They finally dug it all out. I'll do a panorama here. You can see that compared to the last video I did. There was this was all just tore up out here, and it's not. So got a trail camera on the shack here. I think I'm going to pull that and move it, see if I can find where the deer moved to. I'll shoot some video when I get down into the brassica winter plot down there. Well, things definitely look a little bit different. This is not tore up like I was expecting it to be. I was just up at the shack there and pulled the camera off of that and walking down here into this brassica winter blend, and I was expecting this to be dug up, and it's really not. So I'm not sure what's going on. Last month when the cold and snow hit, boy, they really started piling in here. I mean, we had just a herd of deer in here. This was all tore up, and now the opposite's kind of happened. Jason's out here setting coyote snares. I mean, it's tore up a little bit here, but not much at all. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this and see what's going on. I'm gonna change the trail camera here. I think most of these are dead and I can't get them to fire up, so I don't know how many trail cameras I'm really gonna have out here, but I'll wander around a little more and see what we see. Well, it looks about the same over here. I mean, when I filmed this, was it 2 weeks ago? It looked like a cattle yard out here. This was all dug up, and now she's just shut right down. So, I don't know. I don't know where the deer went. I'm gonna change. I got a camera up here that's not working. I'm gonna pull, and then we'll, I guess we'll go over to the other side, see what's going on over there. Well, it doesn't look like there's much for deer action out here either. There's a little bit of sign where they've been coming through here, but I've got video from last week when I was out here. This was a lot more tore up last week when I was here. It was probably a little more than a week ago, probably 8-9 days ago in here. In fact, I'll edit that in now and you can see the diff. You can definitely see they're in here chewing on this one. I've got spots all over here where it's opened up. And again, this is really fresh snow. This is only a day old. So this is really encouraging. Really encouraging. That looks good. I'm not even gonna walk down there. The trail camera's behind me, but I'll walk a little farther. They definitely have it all tore up here. Oh yeah. Looks good. So yeah, you can see in 1 week how much it slowed down here. So I've got a trail camera here that's giving me problems. I'm gonna just grab it and pull it out. Jason's down here checking. We're gonna check the creek crossings here and see if we see anything for coyote tracks. Well, as you can see, from 2 weeks to this week, big difference. That first clip that I showed of that plot, a lot of activity in there, a lot of pawing, a lot of digging up, and then jump forward a week and next to nothing. And I saw the same thing looking at the trail camera pictures. 2 weeks ago, through the entire week, ton of activity. About last weekend, it just dropped off. This past week, the activity dropped right down. I'll show another clip from 2 weeks ago of one of the other plots here now. The deer are definitely still in here pawing down into this winter blend. In fact, there was a deer in here when we pulled in. It must have been out here digging in this plot. You can see they're digging right down to the stems. I'm gonna throw a trail camera up out here somewhere. I think we should be able to get to the other plot. Unfortunately, I think the snow's too deep. We're not gonna be able to get into the other side, which is a bummer, but at least we can get some trail camera pictures here. But good to see they're still in here and still digging this up. This is all fresh snow, so they're very active in here. Now I'll show that same plot this week. Well, there's not a ton of activity over here, but probably more than anywhere else. Kind of pan around here a little bit. You can see where they've been digging in this winter blend a little bit over here. Not a ton, but kind of almost more than the other side. See, they've been digging in here. Well, I guess I'll pull this trail camera and see what we got. Well, I know the deer are definitely eating the plot when they're in there. Again, a lot of pictures from 2 weeks ago with a lot of deer digging in the food plots, digging up, eating, pictures of them with stuff in their mouth. But again, last week, right over around the weekend, the pictures just dropped down. Not a lot of pictures this week. A lot of snow. It's been cold, but just a lot of snow, and I'm guessing they're piled up in the woods or something. I'm not really sure what happened to them, but it definitely tapered off. So hopefully we'll check them again next weekend and see what we've got.